Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video this Sunday afternoon on Marvel Strike Force, and boy, has it been a rough patch for the last hour or so. So I'm recording this at 2:15 p.m. The events went live at 1, but really most of it didn't go live at all because this is why Scopely should never launch an event on Sunday, because things just shit the bed. There are so many things wrong right now that haven't been fixed yet. I gave them a little bit of time before I decided to record this, but because not everyone is in my Discord server and some people just watch my videos on YouTube, I did want to share what's going on right now in the game in case you're wondering what the hell's going on, because a lot of things are currently effed up. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. All right, so let's just kind of like go across all the different things that are currently at issue right now. There's no turkey store, so let's just start with that. There was supposed to be a turkey store that launched. You can collect turkeys, and they're in the game right now, and so you can get them through a couple of ways at the moment. But the turkey store is not live for you, and I don't even know what's even in there. That's a shame, because I actually kind of wanted to go over that a little bit to see what specifically it looked like inside of the game. Candy store's still here though, so you can still buy your normal stuff, do your refreshes, and do whatever you want. I would maybe consider holding off spending too much candy unless Captain Britain shows up, because, well, the milestone that you were supposed to get for this event, which now finally showed up, it took a while for it to show up, is now in. I'm going to refresh again just in case, but it's in preview to start tomorrow, Monday, right? And this is exactly why they shouldn't be launching videos. Why they shouldn't be launching events on a Sunday. So they did clarify, however, because if you watched my video from earlier on about the turkeys and candy, since it was in preview now, it does say spend candy and spend turkey. So that's fine. We fixed that, so it's 300,000 of candy and turkey. Cool. But this doesn't start till tomorrow. So I would caution people about spending too much. If Captain Britain shows up, buy it because, it's rare as hell. But other than that, I would probably save most of your spending until this actually activates. Will this happen before tomorrow? I have no idea, because it's been like an hour and 15 minutes and it's still not been fixed. So I keep an eye on this and see what's going on. The dailies were still there, so there's an extra. I already claimed them actually, but the free claims do include 5 Scarlet Zombie Witch shards again. So there's been 10 over the weekend, or 5 and 5 from Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you do pick that up. And the other stuff in there, luckily they're not selling turkeys. If they were like, selling turkeys for real money, they're selling event stuff as usual over here. But they're not selling turkeys, so they're not going to run into trouble that way, that you're buying stuff you can't even use yet. So that's that. As far as the rest of it, the event's still bugged as F, because the don't spend your energy. I should have said this right at the beginning, actually. Do not spend your energy, because as far as I'm aware, 0 orb fragments in the game right now. So, all of the campaigns, or whatever campaign that you would spend it on, it's not in the game. I don't even know what the currency, the orb fragment ratio is going to be. However, the orb is actually in the game, and I do want to take a look at this, because this might give us an idea of what it might be when they fix it. I think it could be 3-1 after looking at the contents of the orb, which is way down here, the Voyage orb. So on the left pillar, you have a 40% chance for teal and 60% for red, but you do get 60 origin gear pieces, which is a lot. I don't like the 40-60 split compared to the zombie orb. The center pillar has 40-60 for, I don't know, what is this? Gear 18, I guess. No, it's not even Gear 18, it's Gear 16. It's either Gear 16 or Gear 19. So 60% of the time, you're going to get some pretty decent stuff, right? You're going to get 15 G19 mains, which is a lot. This has a 6 million gold value. At this point in time, I would stop spending real gold for red gear. Don't do it at all. It's just not worth it anymore, because there's so many ways that they're chucking red gear at you. Between the candy store, which actually has a good conversion value from candy into G19 or red gear at all, and then all of these orbs, right? The event orbs are pretty good. The zombie hunter orb was good too. And then on the right pillar, you get either 50% of 160 DPCs or 90 dark diamond credits, which is fine. It's a pretty decent orb, but I'm still not going to spend. I don't need most of this stuff, really. I would like some DPCs, but not to spend my gold hoard, my energy hoard. So you might have caught my event video from earlier on today, and we're going to do a slight correction, because I realized that I did not include, before the video went out, didn't realize that I did not include the 8,000 points for Undying, and that's something that I want to talk about here because it's currently bugged as well. No surprise. But if you go into Astral Voyage, I actually have points for this already because you can get this. You don't need to battle in war with Undying. You can actually do it right now. You can get the points for using your characters in the Hunger Challenge. You know, the ones that give you the zombie orb fragments that are still running. Or you can just go into Blitz and you could use your Undying and Blitz. Make sure you do it 8 times total or 8 characters total, and you'll get the 8,000 points right now. What that means, I mean, of course, if you have the yellow stars, you're still going to need to do this once in war anyways, but this does eliminate, you know, the I don't know, the fear that you're not going to get all this in, or if you don't have certain characters unlocked, you can just do it right now and get those 8,000 points. So that's going to help too. But as far as the actual math goes, I said, there was a small correction here because I didn't include the War with Undying at 8,000. It still doesn't change how I feel about the event in total, though. So if you do want to get the extra 15 shards or go from 15 Scarlet Witch shards to 30, you still need to be prepared to spend anywhere from like 14 to 24 extra refreshes past 200 cores. If you've been hoarding, then that is fine, right? And if you want to do that, then good for you. I think it's going to depend on whether or not you have like your zombie juggernaut at 5 or 6 yellow or what have you, and that'll make it a little bit easier. If you have like a 7-star zombie juggernaut, then go for it, right? To get those extra 15 zombie Scarlet Witch shards. But I'm not actually going to go very far into this event because I don't really want to. And next week is going to be a Oath Shard event, which is probably going to be up to 100 shards for her, and I don't even have her unlocked. So in terms of what my priority would be, I don't care that much about this leaderboard myself for Astral Voyage, and I don't think I'm going to score very well. I also do have Odin, though, so that's why I don't really care too much about this stuff going live. But if you do, you know, feel free to push it. The other thing that I want to talk about also is Cosmic Battle, because this is live now as well. The expectation is essentially, you know, you're probably not, you're going to get 1,000 per day on the free claim for the orb fragments for the allied supply orb fragments. So that's an extra 120k plus the 150k. I still haven't confirmed whether or not this is completing a circle of spec odds or just sending a character. I think it's completing the circle, but so your maximum points are going to be here. If everybody grabs their free claim and you do the limits, milestone 16 is the best you're going to get. And this is a little bit unfortunate because, you know, we've gone from essentially doing all of this in Night Raid to getting only milestone 16 at a maximum without spending. So they definitely decreased the amount of purple ions and purple orbs that you're going to be getting. I think because otherwise it devalues Battle World, right? You know, and Battle World is meant to give you ions and purple orbs and all of that stuff. So if you're able to get all this stuff for free, then why bother with Battle World, which is meant to start tomorrow? And speaking of Battle World tomorrow, based on what's happened today, I have this weird suspicion that there's going to be even more bugs coming tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see, right? The game's stability for the last, it's improved. So I think it's by and large is fine to do your content now, but for the first 45 minutes between like 1 and 1:45, the game stability was awful. People were crashing and getting, you know, resetting their game like every other time. I barely could do anything. It was absolutely crazy. So yeah, I don't know when they're going to be fixing that. Just be cautious if you're, whether you're hoarding your campaign energy or spending your campaign energy. Is currently not in the game right now for you to do your ore fragments. I don't know what the ratio is going to be either, right? You know, it could very well be 4-1, but it could be 3-1 because I was looking at the orb after we checked it out. It's decent, and so that makes me think that you're going to get less orbs than, like, you know, doing that. This would get you like 15 orbs over the event. I think it would be maybe a little bit less. That's just some of my thoughts, and I wanted to share with you what's going on, everybody, and especially those who aren't keeping up with my Discord server and wondering why the game's acting like a piece of shit. That's because it is, and a lot of things aren't active right now. So just be aware of that. Keep an eye on it. See if it changes later on today. I don't know if it will. Other than that, the game's just been lit on fire. And of course, this is why Scopely do not launch events on a Sunday. Monday was fine because you guys typically are in the office. I know a lot of you work from home anyways. Do not launch this on a Sunday. Also, it was running, not only was there daylight savings change, I do want to say that really quickly, there was a daylight savings change for North America, which maybe have screwed things up a little bit. But also that the fact that there's 2 events running simultaneously with Overwhelming Hunger and Astral Voyage at the same time. I don't think we've ever had 2 main events running simultaneously, and that's absolutely crazy what's going on here. And also with the web milestone not being fixed, right? It was clearly set for Monday, No, did they fix it? No, it still yeah, it starts on Monday, right? So they clearly had it set up to start on Monday for the web, but didn't in the game. There was a huge disconnect. I don't know who's at fault, but just stick to one day. Stop flipping it around. Absolutely insane. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Whatever happens then. Boilon signing out.